Well, you all, hello. It is Tisk day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. Excuse the background noise in advance. For some reason, the sound effects they kick in very early after the meridian. But I just want to say really quickly because if you haven't noticed already, there is an attack on the original or the original melanated American Negroes, so to speak. Because when it comes to literally every form of attack, every disease, every setup, it starts with the Negroes. Or it starts with the melanated people, the blacks as you know them in America. And I only say that because literally there's so many stories of people saying, hey, I literally just got put out of my house. There's a lady who, I forgot which state she's in, but this can happen anywhere because there's an attack against us everywhere. Not just the world, but just particularly in America, because that's where we are. But when it comes to the migrants, they come to the Negro community first. When it comes to the disease, that's for the Negro community. When it comes to any type of crisis or any type of food poisoning or any type of issues, any attack is for the American Negroes. And I say that because there literally was a lady who just was recently widowed, and this particular company was supposed to help her. Like, okay, how do I, pick up where her husband left off, pretty much, with keeping up with the bills and how to keep the house and stuff. So I guess a company was supposed to come in to help her. Come to find out, instead of her, them helping and giving her room and space to grieve for her husband, she's basically on her way out the door. So basically, she's fixing to lose her home. And so, long story short, it doesn't end at losing home. You're gonna lose food, rights, water, power. You're gonna lose everything basically. Right now, it's almost impossible to be a homeowner. It kind of was hard back in the day. Now it's almost impossible. And I say it's almost impossible because you have inflation, and then you have to get through who's ever buying up all the properties. There's one of these billionaires are buying up all the properties. And then you have Bill Gates, which is he's controlling the food. I don't even think you're allowed to have farms anymore. I want to say they shut down all of the melanated farms, or pretty much they either burned them down, they either had them shut down or sold them off. It's something where the farms are tampered with. So now you have, billionaire, dirty, dangerous billionaires crops to depend on. There's no telling what they're doing to the water. And then these new diseases that are coming in, you have new diseases coming in with new people. So it's like, you got a whole new ball game coming, And then it was also said that, I don't know how true it is, because like I said, I don't really get into politics, but I do, hear things through the grapevine that, I guess Trump's basically said if he's not reelected, to hell goes everyone, pretty much. Pretty much everyone's going to be in trouble, which is obvious. It's obvious at this point that if the U.S. is not already in hell, it's definitely taking the express train there. But I'm not saying that either party's going to head you for a brick wall, but the only reason why I say is, well, beware of the Democrats, because that's who's harming you right now. I'm not saying that Trump doesn't have, a target on your back either, but as of right now, you are for sure being targeted. You are for sure being attacked. You are for sure being eliminated if the that sick plan follows through. So I can tell you right now, the Democrats do not mean you well, and we are in trouble right now because of the Democrats. We are riddled with disease right now. Everyone's going astray. Everyone's LGBT. Everyone's poisoned right now, and everyone's basically tampered with in a way because of the Democrats. And again, I'm not saying that any other party or you don't have anything to do with that, but for sure, right, as of right now, that this leadership right now it will be the death of us, if not already. Yeah, so that's not to say, okay, well, just go hurry up and run and vote for Trump, because you do things in impulse, or you do things without knowing what the hell you're voting for. And here's another thing too: you can vote all you want or not vote all you want. Whoever is set to be in office will be in office, because everything is a master plan. And speaking of a master plan too, how if you have The Simpsons and you have other people, we predicted that on July 4th they're gonna have fireworks. That's probably because they're the perpetrators, or they're probably sitting down at the table when they're making these plans for these day-to-day or month-to-month events. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people would think like, oh my God, how do you predict it? Or how would you know that? Just like with me, you ask me how I would know things, but probably because I'm privy to certain information, or I just know certain information, or I get epiphanies, or some type of a nudge like, oh hey, something tells me about that. Like, particularly even with bridges, like more than once, I keep getting buzzes in my ear, like, watch out for these bridges. So, and I'm guessing it's not just the London Bridge that's going to come down, or not just that Baltimore Bridge. Pretty much, the goal is to keep you trapped where you are in order to will in these smart cities, because these robots are already here. I seen one of them where they were, I guess it was like a service robot, but it was just so weird because the lady looked weird, but she was just moving so weird, but she was serving tables, and I was just like, okay, that's really weird. It was something particular like that happened to me in Vegas. It wasn't necessarily a human robot that served my food, but it was definitely a robot, and I was so offended because I don't need no robot drop. I could have picked up my own damn food. You know, I was just like, don't bring that robotic stuff around, guy. It really pisses me off. Like, I'm one to like technology, but I don't want nothing doing nothing for me that I can't do. Even if I'm paralyzed, I don't back up. But yeah, I just found that stuff like that weird. Like, you can literally see, or I can literally see, you should be able to see the setup. Like, literally, they'll just basically have you trapped to where you have nowhere to run, nothing to do. Because, like I say, you can't buy homes right now. And I don't want to say can't because it's like it's impossible, but that's the point, is for it to be impossible to buy homes right now. And then if you do call yourself getting into a home, I'm thinking it's just renters only. They don't want anyone owning, they don't want you to own nothing, basically. You don't get anything. And if anybody's going to be owners, it's going to be the new Negroes, which are the migrants or the Hispanics, Mexicans, whoever they are. But yeah, you gotta see the trap for what it is, and don't participate in your own demise. Like, literally, if people are working against you, you might want to get out of that department, because it's not, that department is not for you. It's for everybody else but you. You know, and that's part of a sick plan. It's pretty sick, but you need to get out the way until you figure out a solution to get out of it in one piece. You know, until it creates its own balance, because it's only so long that you can wrong people, or it's only so long that they can do that dirty work. But while they're doing dirty work, even if it's just for a short spell, they're going to try to do as much damage that they can in that short spell. So that's why I say it's best to just stay out the way while they have this sick plan going on, especially if you can't combat it. Because the best way to combat it is to come together and to collectively don't participate, but a lot of people don't think that way. They're going to definitely participate in their own demise. That's for damn sure. And speaking of participating in your own demise, and this makes me literally want to pull out the guillotine before the show starts, is because there was a school that called itself wanting some type of praise or props for denying Sexy Red at the door. Well, excuse me, not denying Not So Sexy Red at the door. Because, you know, there ain't nothing sexy about this girl. But the Not So Sexy Red, I guess she got turned around at the door for smelling like weed. And I'm thinking, like, first of all, that's the least of her damn problems when it comes to her. And I'm sure you didn't invite her over to sing the AB damn C's, you know. So my thing is, first of all, who ordered Not So Sexy Red? And then, as if you're going to get brownie points for turning around at the door. Like, first of all, somebody ordered her to come to the damn school. So to hell with that entire school. To hell with anybody who's participating with the destruction of your youth. Because I promise you, if you're a parent that's participating, or if you're an adult or a politician that participates with destroying the youth, you can take yourself out too. Because once the youth falls, you're going to fall with them. Even if it's somebody of the other kind, I'm just gonna destroy the children over there. That's sorcery. Too many people are into sorcery, and they don't say nothing, but they'll tell me to shut up for saying the effing truth, or telling you to shut the F up when it comes to destroying yourself, or when it comes to doing shit you ain't got no business doing. People, y'all got priorities are so effed up. Especially YouTube, that ain't nothing, these mugs on YouTube ain't nothing but Satan worshipers and blood drinking Satan worshiper demons, to say the damn least. Anybody into those damn dirty ass politicians, they're clearly dirty. Nobody's meeting up with real, now I don't want to say religious leaders, because these religious and church mugs they neck and neck with the devil, but they're not meeting up with productive people. They're not meeting up with people who what's it, like 4K? You know, like people like, we're here for the people, or we're here for the children. They don't meet up with people like that. They meet up with drug dealers, rappers, whores and whoremongers, killers. I'm like, good God. If that's not a dead giveaway as to who the hell you have in office, and as to who the hell you got in this world, you got another damn thing coming. And again, when it comes to putting the face and label on this stuff, they're not going to label Biden the demon. He's the angel. I will probably be deemed the damn demon. And I haven't harmed anybody, but if any, I probably harm your feelings. Yeah, because I can get to hell with your feelings. Because sometimes you need the nasty naked truth. And sometimes you need to be slapped too, but I'm not going to slap you because I got something better than a slap for you. But people, they have their nerve and they have their priorities completely effed up. Because again, I will be put on the shut up list. Oh, shut up, or don't do that, don't say that. But again, you have these demons running rampant. You got your children getting their sex changed. You got drag queens and queers and sex offenders and etc. tearing your damn children up. And everybody just as quiet as a dead church mouse. So, with that being said, this is basically a dead giveaway as the sick world that you're living in and this sick predicament that we're in right now. And I can promise you, everything that's the purge on down to simple disease will start with the Negroes. It's always going to start with the niggers, because at the end of the day, this is for you. The only reason why other people get affected because they happen to get some of the smoke too. They get some of that poverty smoke, you get some of that disease smoke, and you get some of the bullets too. But you better believe this war is for the American niggers. And I'm sure it goes abroad, but I speak of America. This is where I am. Yeah. So, yeah, keep that in mind, because I've literally noticed that. And this is why we need to come together and help ourselves be your own damn security team, because that's basically, you know, what I'm on right now. Because really, at the end of the day, you can't really go to the devil for salvation. Like, hey, Satan, could you help me, or could you stop killing me? Like, now, and here's the thing: since when has Satan done the right thing? So that's basically you're asking Satan / America to do the right thing. And here's the thing: if you have good and evil, evil's going to do evil, good is going to do good. So don't ask evil to do good. The same way good won't ask you to do evil. Or will it? They probably should, because that'll make more sense. You know, I think it'll make more sense to ask for more attacks than to stop asking for it, because they're not spending millions and billions to not attack you. Okay? Yeah, so just keep that in mind. And I'm thinking right now, the only thing that everybody's waiting on, and capital everyone, I think the only thing they're waiting on right now are the guns. Literally. They're making it more hard to get a hold of now, because you got the most rowdy, the most crazy, the most dangerous states have it set to where, the gun laws have to be regulated. So the criminals can be the only one with the guns, and you just sit there waiting to get rid of bullets. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Okay, this noise is kind of throwing me off. Yeah, so I feel like there was one more thing that I had to say, and this might be slipping my mind with all this damn noise. Yeah, so as people wait to see what's going on. That's another thing too I was gonna say before I stop. As far as what's really going on, right now they say this is the time to figure out as far as relocation. Because they say right now, the world is a little bit more safe. And I only say a little bit. I don't know if it's emphasis on a little bit or a lot of it. But the world is a little bit more safe. Not the world. Well, actually, yeah, the world is a little bit more safe, because most, if not all, of the criminals are here in America right now. Because right now the floodgates are open. Hey, anybody come on in, especially if you're a criminal, because this is a criminal country built on crime. And that's another thing too. You can get rid of all the migrants, all you want. It's still going to be a crime-filled country, because everyone has been tainted. And virtually everyone pretty much here are criminals. So basically they're saying, basically they're saying right now the world is more safe. And of course America's not safe, but I'm talking about the world, whole America is basically a little bit more safe now, because most, if not all, of the criminals are here in America. The door is wide open for the criminals and crime and the demons and everything, basically the garbage and the disease. This is the time to come in. So while the people are here, basically all the criminals are here in America. So I guess the rest of the world is a little bit more safe now. Anyway, we will be safe.